Assalamualaikum and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I have two candidates over here which are representing you over there watching the video behind the scenes or behind the screens. You can see that what type of problems they are having, and you may have the same problem. Then it will be very easy for you to rectify that. So let's start. Okay, excellent answer. May I see your proof of identification, please? Okay, Aksa, how do you spell your name?
AQSANASI.
Okay, Aksa, so what do you do in your free time?
Actually, in free time, I watch television and listen music and mostly national songs. On the other hand, I play any game on mobile phone. But whenever I take a lot of time, I read interesting books and novels.
Okay, so let's talk about friends. How often do you go out with your friends?
It depends on the condition. Whenever I go out with my friends, but mostly on the weekend or any holiday, I go with my friend out and enjoy that moment.
Okay, so tell me about your best friend at school.
Actually, at school level, there are a lot of friends that are very good and I like them. But my best friend was Sana. She was very good in working, in studying, as well as in every matter of life. And she was very intelligent and also take part in co-curricular activities and perform best and get good grades in.
Okay, so how friendly are you with your neighbors?
I have very good relation with our neighbors and most and spend time very frankly and friendly with them. And whenever we need any money or our neighbors need something, then we compromise and care to each other and also share with their needs.
Okay, so which is more important to you, friends or family?
Actually, both are very important for me. But whenever I choose someone that our family are, I prefer my family first after these neighbors, because our family you have more understanding with me, and as well as they fulfill our all requirements, and they grown up our siblings and also me. So that's why I prefer my family first after this.
Okay, thank you. Now, in the first part of the test, actually, what happened to you? You were a bit hesitant in speaking. You were a bit hesitant in speaking. So try to speak brave. Try to speak a bit louder so that you can be heard in a proper way, but don't yell in the class or in the test. Go ahead. So, in addition to that, there was many positives too. You were logical, and that's great, and but there was one mistake also. I don't want to explain everything parallel. Mistake was you were not using the question line as answer line. You were actually abruptly starting the answers. So there should be the complete answer. Start or use the question line as answer line, or you can use the question word from the question line in order to fabricate your answer. The number one tip you should keep in your mind that your listener is an examiner. First of all, he wants to confirm that whether have you understand the question or not. So in order to show that you have understood the question, you have to use the question line as answer line. Got it? So this you should use it. So try to speak at length. Try to increase the length of your answer. You should add it. There were less grammatical mistakes. Yes, it was really good. But try to follow the R method. Mean answer, reason, and example. In your brain, you should And you should think that whether have you given the reason, or whether have you answered the question, or are you struggling for the example, whatever, you have to use that. Got it? So in the next, you will be speaking more better, I suppose. So from the last test, your confidence is increasing. In the next test, you have to show more proficiency in speaking. Got it? So what's your name?
My name is Muhammad Imran.
Okay, don't say my. Say the my. My name is Muhammad Imran. Okay.
My name is Muhammad Imran.
Okay, where are you from, Imran?
I am from Hafizabad, a little city of Punjab province.
Okay. May I see your proof of identification, please?
Yes, sir, of course.
Okay. Imran, how do you spell your name?
Sir, mostly people spell my name as Emran, but my name is Imran.
Okay, thank you. That's fine. So, how's the weather outside?
The outside weather is very cold, sir. As in December days, the weather is very pleasant and it is very cold.
Okay, you like it means that you like this type of
Yes, of course.
very cold, chilled weather. Okay, so let's talk about the same topic, friends. You have listened the answer from the partner, and now you have to try to improve those answers. How often do you go out with friends?
Sir, mostly on weekends I go with my friends and there are a lot of my friends, but there are a little more special friends with which I like to go. Recently, my friend Shajil and we decided to go to Murray and decided a big plan of tour, and he and Shajil and I go to Murray and visit many popular places there.
Okay, so tell me about your best friend at school.
There are a lot of friends in my school, but here I prefer to mention my best friend whose name is Asad Ali. He and Asad have many similar activities while he likes fish in eating and I also like fish. But we are different in some activities like way of clothing and way of talking. He also helps me a lot in many activities. As I remember, once I had to write an essay on a topic. He helped me a lot on that.
Okay, so how friendly are you with your neighbors then, and why?
Yes, sir. I very friend with with my neighbors because I think neighbors are those who help you in problems. Recently, there is an electric shock problem in my with my neighbors. They call me and I go to their home and solve their electric shock issue.
Okay. So, which is more important to you, friends or family, and why?
According to my perception, sir, I give preference to my family because there is a blood relationship and parents spend a lot of money on yourself and they develop you in every field, even your education, even your maturity level. They always give preference. So it is our duty to give preference to our family. Friends are after them. Friends are also important, but family is more important.
Okay, Imran, let's talk about the part one in your performance first, then we'll go ahead for the part two. So in part one, actually, you did numerous mistakes, first of all. Imran, you used the word little more special friend, so it is really very, very wrong attempt. You have to say, I have more special friends, or I have many special friends, I have numerous special friends. You should replace little with these words. Then you say that I go to Murray. The wrong verb was used actually. You should say that I went to Murray. We visited Murray, and then you use the word he and I have. So try to use these in different way. So yes, there was a very positive thing that I have seen in your speaking and observed that you were using the word had to write. So had to, the structure of had to is really very positive. Try to use, both of you should try to use the word had to, has to, have to, and you can also use the word could, would, should with being structures. These modals should be and I don't include it. It should be your habit to add these words. So I'm not gonna go ahead. And there were blank between the words. You said the very end there was a blank between the word. Not keep the word blank, or try to complete the sentence, please. If you will not complete the sentence properly, then there will not be the coherence in your speech. You should speak in such a way that there should be the proper linkage between the words and the sentences too, so that your discussion should be more fluent in this way. So then you used very wrong verb when you were talking about electricity problem. You said that there is, they call me and I go. I word denominates or the shows like that. This is your habit to go over there whenever the electricity is shot, or the choke, or the electricity fails over there. So what you do is you have to replace the word from present to past, particularly, so that you can speak in a good way. Got it? Understand that?
Yes.
Now let's talk about the part 2. And Axel?
Yes.
The part 2, and I have displayed your topic on the screen over here. You can write the topic, and the topic is describe a writer you would like to meet, and you should say who the writer is, and what you know about this writer already, and what you would like to find out about him or her, and explain why you would like to meet this writer. So the same topic is for you, Imran. On the screen I have shown that, but I'm not showing that topic to the viewers over there on my channel. So what to write now, please? Okay, your writing time starts. Wait a minute, let me switch it on. Yes, your writing time starts now. Okay, stop writing. Time's up. Now let's start from Imran first of all. Imran, you have to speak on the same topic for 2 minutes, and after that, Axel will speak on the same topic. I'm gonna give you both of you the same topic so that you can get ideas from each other and can perform in a better way. So Imran, please start.
Sir, thank you to reminding me that an author that I made. I remembered I planned with my roommates to go in a shopping mall. We go to shopping mall, and there is an book outlet show. There I meet a writer whose name is Asad Ali. He is very nice person, and he looks very beautiful, and he is wearing very nice clothes. I remembered I searched a lot about him, and I am a huge fan, big fan of him. Mm, Google is telling me about everything, how many he had siblings, and how many he about his likings and dislikings. He I noticed a thing. He is very polite in nature, and my friend, as I remembered, one of my friend asked him to take selfies, and he did not hesitate about it, and he takes selfies about my friend. The After the booklet I purchased, in a booklet show, I asked him to give me a book as a gift. He gifted me a book on a topic which I liked the most. The topic is about nature. I also give autograph on that topic, on that book. Um,
Is it over? Okay, thank you, Imran. Let's talk about your faults first of all. Actually, the switching between the sentences is very wrong. You are not switching properly between sentences or the tenses of the grammar. And if I talk about the initiation, you said that thank you to reminding me. It's very wrong. Thanks for reminding me. Thank you to reminding me is wrong, grammatically wrong. So it's really negative. Then you should use the word I go to a shopping mall. It means that you are habitual to go to shopping mall. Don't do it. You went to the shopping mall over there. You got it? I meet a writer. I met a writer. So whenever you're talking about that part two, most of the time the part two is about the past tense or the past perfect tense. So keep in mind that you should use these two tenses. Google is telling me. Google is telling me right now. Google is not telling you right now. So you can say that I can get help from Google in order to search out the personal information about him. Then you use the word asker instead of saying asked. The pronunciation was actually not proper. So try to pronounce the word in a proper way. That was not asker, that was asked. He takes selfie about my friend. So what is this structure? He takes selfie about my friend. It is wrong. So he took selfie with my friend. Right? Try to enhance these type of the structures in the brain and try to modify your speaking. It will be very better for you. Look at me, Imran. So I know that be happy that you spoke. Yes, that's good. But try to complete all the sub questions which are present in the task. So what you do is try to understand the sub questions and try to emphasize the last questions which are really saying that explain. So try to use explaining words, elaborate that in a proper way. Now, Miss, it's your turn here. Accept part two, and can you please speak on the topic? Your speaking topic starts now.
So I am very thankful to you for giving me opportunity to talk that nice topic because I love a writer and love a writer and also meet them because but I describe the writer where which I like to meet is Naseem Jazi. He's a very She is a very good writer and very intelligent, very brave and very and she writes a lot of books on different topics and also other novels, articles and publish and due to her and number of books are published. I know about but I want to know about her past days which she spent um, after the death of her parents. She was in a very child when her parent died. So in those days, she worked bravely um, also fulfill the requirements of her other siblings and also work hard for becoming a good writer. So it acts like a symbol for other students and as a motivational. So that's why I like to meet with that writer.
Okay, thank you. That's fine. Now, Aksa, your attempt is a little better than Imran's attempt. You know, Imran, you said that you met that person. Actually, you perceived the question in a wrong way. So, first of all, try to understand what the question is asking or the demanding. Describe a writer you would like to meet. This was about the future. That you would like to meet Mr. Asad, as she's saying that to Naseem Hijazi or whatever. So now, Naseem Hijazi is a great writer. So let me tell you something. The start was nice. Try, Imran and Aksha, try to absorb very nice starting and revise that starting 2 to 3 times with each other, with unknown people, so that it should be at your tongue tip, so that whenever you speak, you can speak in a proper way. So then you said, I meet them. So the writer was one, and you use the them for that one person. So you should keep in mind that it should not be used over there, him or her. Now I described. Meanwhile, you were confused that whether that writer is he or she. 2 times you use the word he for her and then she for her. Actually, Nassim Hijazi is a person. Right? Brave, that is nice talk. And want to know. What you want to know, you have to explain after that, but you will explain that. In very child, you use the word in very child. In early childhood, you should use this structure. Got it? In very child is a wrong structure. She worked very hard. Yes, it is good. But the task fulfillment was better than Imran. And Imran, you were better in some other cases, better than her. But try to keep in mind that what is the exact question and how should you assemble the ideas and how you should try to elaborate all those ideas which are over there. Got it? So at the end, you should keep in mind that part 2 is actually demanding something to explain, which is at the end. You should try to use the first 2 sub-questions just to introduce, and you should emphasize on the last, where he's asking the demanding or the explain something. Got it? So here as you have seen the 2 students, and they were actually representing all the students which are around the globe and watching or preparing for the IELTS exams right now. If you are really interested to learn proper, you should do something very, very special. First of all, develop a fluency to speak English. How can you develop a fluency? Just try to think in English. Speak whatever you see, or try to commit to everything and try to mimic the English, number 1. Number 2, if you talk about part 1, try to use the R method. Answer, reason, and example. In your brain, process that, whether you are using answer or whether you're giving answer, or now you're starting the reasoning that, now you're starting the example of that particular question. Now move ahead. In part 2, all the candidates which are over there, they should try to find out the question first. Try to perceive the main idea underneath the question line and then answer all the sub questions. Try to go for the task fulfillment, and at the end there is a very tricky question, that is explain something, and you have to explain that over there. So thank you very much for watching. You can follow me on YouTube, you can subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Moreover, I'm running my institute, a gold level IELTS training institute in Islamabad. The name is English Council, and you can come for the consultancy, whether you want to go to UK, Canada, Australia, or America for study purpose. I'm available. 030 786 78636. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.